Good afternoon, soccer fans, and welcome to watch this field here in Swampscott. The administration and athletic departments from both schools welcome you to today's game featuring the visiting Salem Witches and the Big Blue Swampscott. At this time, we would like to have you focus your attention on midfield. We are about to start our Swampscott Big Blue Senior Night. In addition to the Swampscott seniors, we are also going to acknowledge the Salem seniors. And for Salem, first up we have number 6, Sydney Agnew. Number 9, Samantha Agnew. Salem goalkeeper, Anissa Edwards. Number 7, Sophia Fritz. Salem goalkeeper, Kate Hefner. Number 8, Alicia Telemaco. How about a nice round of applause for the Salem High School girls seniors. And now for the Swampscott High School 2024 seniors. Number 5, Iman Venagor, and her parents from the Queen and her brother Elias.
We love you, man.
Next up we have number 16, Matea Kaiser, and her coach, Mia and Jacqueline, her brother Levi, and her brother Patricia Shanahan. Next up, we have number 7, Captain Maddie Goldman, and Hartford, Green and Blue.
The picture was still swirling.
Thank you to all of our seniors for their years of dedication and hard work to the soccer program. What a nice round of applause for all of them. I'm going to put 5 minutes up on the clock, just so the teams can continue to warm up for a minute, and then we'll get underway.
Always like envision it like falling out. Yeah. It definitely happens. Yeah, you like grab it by the cord. You're like shit. I know. I like hold one like end of like. I screw mine into the window, like in like to hold it in place, just in case like they have like went to move the window. So I like was unscrewing it with one hand and like holding the back with the other hand. I was like.
Jack is repping the game.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Jack. Tell her to make sure she the pushes the rest then. Caught me offside.
Yep. Yay! They got it. Oh, should I send an air mattress? Do you have an air mattress? Okay. Oh, okay. All right. No, she said no way. She likes to sleep. She's like, no way. We need to swap my ass habit. I have like 3 working air mattresses right now, so if you need one.
I don't think
And then I have to leave like pretty early on Saturday, so do you want to just grab them at some point, or do you want me to drop them at her? Or like it's gonna, Jay wants to, I am still Nick, I do that. Jay wants to be like early, because it's gonna be nice to get down there before, I don't know, 8. But like, I like want to sleep in, because the game starts till 12, right? So why don't, like, I don't, the only thing is I don't know if you want to by the McDonald's and go down Pierpont Street and go that way. Like I don't go.
Here, you can find this.
No.
What's going on?
You don't. It might be someone else's here the whole time again. I mean, unless Mackenzie took it from AJ and had it in your car. She does that sometimes, but it looks like it would be too small.
I know,
Oh my God.
right?
They got in the car, and it was so funny. Like, because they have like both bags. Like, they each have 2 bags.
What happened?
Well, they just lost confidence in that, all the girls. So
Okay, good.
And because I also texted that Maddie had to come because Jeanette had asked me. I was like, yeah, but I don't know what they're doing yet. Got dropped off like second half. Do they need to wear swimmers out at the jersey, or should they wear clean stuff? Are they like really scrimmages? Like sneakers are cool? You're wearing cleats? Oh, indoor shoes. You could do your indoor cleats, because then you can keep them on and they're not like weird to run around on. You'll fly it in like that. You got someone shorts too?
Seriously, because like it's Monday night. It's a Monday night. I'm like, Jackie, tomorrow's Tuesday. We're gonna go to church.
I know.
So my alarm went off at 6:10, which it does. That's my Tuesday time. And then
Yeah, but I
I
don't think you get into it.
I listened to podcasts.
Yeah, we can do it.
So I have like earbuds sometimes like in my ear. So I like don't ever.
It's senior night here at Bloxage Field, and today we'll be having the Swampscott girls soccer team face the Salem Witches. My name is Paul Varbunas, and I'll be commentating the game for today. The Big Blue are coming off a 0-1 loss against number 4 ranked Masco, who have had outstanding victories against most teams. It is very unfortunate since the goal was in the 79th minute, but the Big Blue have to keep looking forward, especially tonight on senior night. The Big Blue goalkeeper, Eve Byrne, is coming off a 35-save game with some great highlights, but it came down to the last minute and the Big Blue couldn't hold on. The last time the Big Blue faced Salem, who they'll be facing tonight, it was a tie 1-1 thanks to a goal by Julia Muser. The Big Blue have had a solid season so far and will look to have a better result today with a win against Salem. As it looks like the Big Blue will start with the opening kickoff, and it looks like it'll be Matea Kaiser, the senior, taking the kickoff for the Big Blue. Opening whistle, and we are underway with the Big Blue wasting no time trying to get a ball on goal. Big Blue win it back, already building up an attack. Play unsuccessful by Fiona Keeney. Salem will win the ball back. The Big Blue win it right back. It's right around midfield. Ball up as it was looking for Kaiser. Goldman. Header goes right back to Salem. Fritz. Ball taken away by Raymond. The Witches will win it back. Chipped through by Sifkin, was originally looking for Kaiser. The Witches will win it back. Through pass, goes right back to the Big Blue. And it'll go out of bounds, and then it'll go back to the Witches. This time the Big Blue will take the throw-in. As the throw-in goes to Raymond, the Big Blue have some room now. You can't make anything on the play. Goldman on the throw-in. Big Blue defense winning the ball back. Chip through, looking for Rogers, but it's just short. Trying to catch up to the play. Kaiser can't win it back. Pass is intercepted. Ball trying to find Sifkin. It'll be taken away by the Witches. Sifkin wins it back. Sifkin passes out to Ward. And the ball rolls out of bounds. It'll go back to Salem. Passes over to Agno. Agno making a run. Kicked out by Tripp. Rogers. Ball is over to Fritz. Taken away by the Big Blue. Raymond trying to get a pass onto Rogers. Looks like it'll be just too far. And ball rolling out of bounds. It'll stay with the Big Blue. As Sanchez will take it for the Big Blue. Sanchez throwing, it's kicked right out of bounds by the Witches. The Big Blue move up around 5 yards. Rogers and Kaiser were in the vicinity. Ball will go out of bounds. Tripp running to take her first throw in of the game. Tripp with a deep throw, looking for Rogers. Header will go out of bounds. The Big Blue will win their first corner kick of the game. Sifkin stepping up to take the corner. Big Blue have around 5 attackers in the box. Kick by Sifkin off the top post and out. Big Blue unsuccessful on that corner kick, but definitely put the pressure on Salem as the Witches now will look to make an attack of their own. Kick, header by Rogers. Great play by Sifkin. Couldn't keep it in though as the Witches roll the ball out of bounds. The Big Blue win it. Sanchez stepping up, picking up the pace. Pass trying to go around. Rogers trying to get it, and will make the play for the Big Blue as it'll be a throw in here. Cecilia Tripp once again. Last time they got a corner kick from this throw, and what will happen this time? Deep throw in. And ball will roll out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Witches. Throw in off the chest of the Witches, and the Big Blue win it back. Out of bounds, they'll say it went off of Diaz. Tripp. Throws over to Raymond. Raymond shot blocked. The Wishes starting to build up a counterattack. Deep touch. And Swampscott win it and will just clear it out of bounds. Throw in over to Raymond. Raymond passes it up. It's the pass was trying to find Keeney, but will go out of bounds. They'll say it went off the Witches. Swampscott retained. Nice touch. Looks like that's... Looks like the ball went out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for the Big Blue. Corner kick by the Big Blues. Sifkin lines up. Keeney is short, and the pass will go to Keeney. Keeney trying to get around. Kick by Salem. Falling down. Looks like it won't be a foul against the Witches. If it was, that could have been a penalty kick for the Big Blue. Kick by the keeper will go straight back to the Big Blue. Kick by Raymond. It will get scooped up by Edwards. Great touch by Rogers. Rogers trying to build it up. Ball kicked out of bounds. And they'll say it'll be for the Witches this time. Throw in is over to Fritz. Kick is back to Fritz. Fritz through ball, trying to find Cornell. It'll go out of bounds. Swampscott get the ball right back. Pass by Tripp, gets kicked right out of bounds. Tripp moves up about 7 yards. Tripp will get kicked away by Agno. Cleared out. Leonard trying to get a through pass. Tripp trying to catch up and does. Tripp trying to keep it in bounds and will kick it. Might have been a handball, and it was. So it'll be called on Sifkin. Great play by Cecilia Tripp to catch up and track down the defense. As there'll be a free kick, and Sydney Agno will take it for the Witches. Kick up, Byrne running out, and will catch it. Shutting down any chance for the Witches. Approaching the 10-minute mark. Have not seen any direct chances yet for either side. Chip through, trying to find Benagor, but will get kicked And no say, it went off of the big blue. Whistle blown. Looks like she went up too far and will get pushed back around 3 yards. Another throw in. Big Blue putting pressure on the ball. As it did go out of bounds, the Big Blue retain now. Early substitutions for the Big Blue. Pass over to Rogers. Rogers trying to find Keeney. Raymond. Shot by Sifkin. Over the keeper and in! Looks like it was Greta Sifkin making the play for the Big Blue. It's the pass from Raymond over to Sifkin. Those are the shots Greta likes right there, deep, catching the defense off guard. Great play by Raymond to find Sifkin in that opportunity. It's 1-0 here after 12 on senior night. Pass trying to find Leonard. Leonard passes out, trying to find Gauthier, but it'll go out of bounds for the Big Blue. Swampscott already off to a great start, already scoring 1, as the last time they faced Salem, they only got 1 in the whole game. As the Big Blue just keep looking to improve. Throw in taken. Out of bounds, the Big Blue move up around 10 yards. Cleared away. Pass. Pass finds Cornell. Cornell passes out. The Witch is starting to build something up, but the ball will go out of bounds back to the Big Blue. Throw in taken, it'll go out of bounds. The Big Blue, hold on. Throw in taken, trying to find Rogers. Rogers going around, has some room. Rogers trying to keep it up. It looks like the ball went out of bounds. Maddie Goldman on the throw-in. Goldman pass. Great move by Rogers. Rogers passes inside and it's scooped up. Great chance by the Big Blue. As Fiona Keeney was in the vicinity trying to get a second early. Park passes to Rogers. Rogers back to Raymond. Through pass has too much on it. Looks like it'll be a goal kick for the Witches. Pressure from Swampscott. Julia Muser can't keep it in. Pass finds Rogers. Ball rolling, and it'll go out of bounds for a goal kick once again. Goal kick now at just past 15 minutes in. Pressured by Keeney. Keeney wins the ball back for the Big Blue. Muser wants a through ball. Slide tackle by, looks like that was Lizzie Reed. Raymond putting pressure. Rogers trying to step up. The Witches still have the ball. Ball gets around Goldman. Leonard passes out, kick is up. Big Blue have it. Raymond kicking it up. Big Blue holding on defensively. Rogers through pass, trying to find Park. Park trying to win it back, puts pressure on the play. Ball goes out of bounds. It looks like it'll stay with Swampscott. 20 minutes in. Throw in over to Sifkin. Sifkin kicks it up. Bouncing, and Muser can't get there. The Big Blue keeping the pressure on. Kick is up. As it finds Austin. One back by the Big Blue. Muser. Muser almost got there, but couldn't as the Witches get the ball back. Park. Can't keep it in. The Witches get the ball back. Sifkin. Dangerous territory. Muser trying to keep up with the ball. Goes out of bounds. The Big Blue will get a throw-in in a great territory. The pressure is really getting to the Witches. Mahan. Mahan looking deep. Ball rolling. Out of bounds. Looks like it'll be another throw-in. Just short. It's actually it'll go for the Witches. Keeney. Wins it back for Sanchez. Slide tackle again. Out of bounds. Salem win the ball back. Witches have done a good job slide tackling. Definitely a risky territory that close. Which would definitely give the Big Blue a good chance on a free kick. Throw in. One back by Mahan. Mahan kick. Cleared out. Sifkin. Sifkin has some room. If she can get there, no, she can't. Muser. Ball gets out. Kick is up, goes off of Keeney. Mahan finds Sifkin. Sifkin finds Sanchez, but it's kicked out. Mahan can't keep it in. So it'll stay, it'll go back to the Big Blue. Mahan on the throw-in, over to Tripp. Tripp kicks. Finds Sifkin. Sifkin kicks it out to Ward. Ward kicks it up, trying to find Park. Instead, we'll find Keeney. Keeney with a through pass. Muser can't keep it up. Very close to the Big Blue, knocking on the door, trying to get a second. Kick by Austin. Finds Leonard. Leonard over to the right side. Finds Cornell. Cornell loses it. Witches hold on. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Swampscott. Pass over to Rogers. Park. Kicked away over to Sifkin. Tripp now, stepping up. Tripp has more room. She's gonna go on a through pass over to Sanchez. Ball goes out of bounds. Goal kick is the call. Goal kick taken. Finds Nivens. Mahan. Can't hold on. Attack built up by the Witches. Leonard. Throw in looks like it's going to be taken by Sydney Agno. Agno is passed over to Navins. Agno pressured by Tripp, and Tripp clears it out. Great play, as it looks like it won't even be a corner kick. It'll be another throw by Austin. Passed over, kicked out by Sifkin. Muser. Which is trying to pass it around away from Muser. Header by Sifkin. Bounce is out. Sydney Agno throws it in, wasting no time. Sifkin wins it back. The ball rolling. Muser really trying to get there. Will go out of bounds. Back in the Witches' territory. Keeney. Kick. Mahan can't keep it in. Sifkin kicks it up. Rogers in the area. Can't get there. Kicked by Agno, goes out of bounds, back to Swampscott. Mahan. Substitution made for the Big Blue as Jane Raymond checks in for Julia Muser. Sanchez kicked. Sifkin can't keep it in. Which is passing it around. Mahan trying to keep up. Ball is kicked out of bounds. Throw in. Over to Navins. Finds Rogers. Lila Rogers for the Big Blue. Through a pass trying to find Keeney. Keeney trying to build up an attack for the Big Blue. Through passes over to Park. Free kick is going to be taken by Eichel. Park. Rogers trying to catch up. Still fighting for it. Rogers looking for an option. Finds Raymond behind her. Raymond over to Tripp. Tripp over to Sifkin. Mahan kicks it out. As it looks like it's going to get scooped up. 28 minutes into the game, 1-0 is your score. Kick is up. Off the foot of Austin. Finds Sifkin. Sifkin kicks it out. And it looks like it's going to be a goal kick for the Witches. Kick is out, goes straight to Raymond. Raymond kicks. Dangerous territory, open net. Rogers can't keep up. Sanchez putting pressure. The Witches have a chance now for a counter. Mahan fighting to stop it. Pressured from Raymond. Keeney can't keep up. Pressured from Park. But the ball went too far out of bounds. Park couldn't catch up. Throw in taken. Kicked up by Ward is blocked. Keeney. Raymond chipped through. Sanchez has room if he can stay, if she can keep it in. The ball is too far ahead of her. Under 10 left of the first half. The Witches have been struggling offensively as they look to get an attack going here. Trying to even the score before half. The kick was trying to find Navins. Rogers will win it back. Rogers trying to do a back foot touch, can't keep it in, not enough room. Sanchez putting pressure. Kicked up by Raymond, slowing down the Witches' attack. Throw in is over to Agno. And it'll go out of bounds into the bleachers. The ball returns to Mahan on the throw-in. We will look to go short with Sifkin. Sifkin kick is up. Rogers falls. Ball goes out of bounds. Corner kick for the Witches. I meant to say goal kick for the Witches. Eight minutes left in the first. 32 in. Kick is over to Raymond. Raymond to Rogers. Rogers back to Raymond. And the ball will go out of bounds. Throw in for the Big Blue. Through pass, finds Keeney. Keeney has a run to Raymond. Raymond getting around. Raymond just got shoved around a little bit just to make Raymond that much uncomfortable to not be able to get a shot off. Neither team's been able to get a shot on goal for the past 15 minutes or so. As we see pressured from Goldman. Goldman and Keeney pairing up. Throw in Mahan trying to keep it up. Sifkin kicks it out. Pass finds Rogers. Rogers trying to keep it in. Pressure by the Witches. It'll stay with the Big Blue. Mahan. We've seen more throw-ins than usual for Maddie Mahan It's been working though, getting chances for the Big Blue. Mahan will throw it into Goldman. Ball will go out of bounds. It'll go back to the Witches. Mahan.
All right, here we go, girls.
Mahan will take the throw in. Over the head of Goldman. Kicked out of bounds. Back to Swampscott. Tripp will take the throw in this time for the Big Blue. Deep throw in over to Rogers. Kicked out of bounds. Throw in by Tripp. Kicked up. Out of bounds once more. Third time's the charm for the Big Blue. Tripp throws it in. Finds Sifkin. Sifkin kick will end up being a goal kick for the Witches. Substitution made for the Witches, trying to switch it up for the last 5 minutes of the game, of the half. Rogers putting pressure, helped up by Goldman. Kick is out of bounds. Back to Swampscott. Mahan throws in, goes off the head of Reed. Kicked out of bounds. Mahan looking behind her, looking for Tripp to take the throw in. Thrown by Tripp. Kick. Will go back to Tripp. Ball will go to out of bounds. The Witches take the throw in. Pressure from Mahan. Tripp running back. Ball goes out of bounds. And the Witches will get it back as Signiadgo will throw it in. Pass finds Navins, building up an attack now for the Witches. Pass goes straight to Ward. Ward kicks it out. Finds Rogers. Rogers over to Keeney. Keeney can't hold on from the pressure. Pressure from Raymond. Pass finds Sifkin. Sifkin looking for a through on Goldman. Didn't have enough power. Park through pass. Looking for Rogers. Kicked out. Ball goes out of bounds. Back to the Witches. Kick is up. Tripp kicks it out. Gets just past Agno. No one around her though, so no pressure. Raymond stepping up. Tripp through, almost finds Rogers just too short. Would have been great one-on-one. As the shot by Keeney bounced and a simple save for the keeper. Motion at around the 40-yard line. Ball rose out of bounds. Back to the Witches. Multiple big blue defenders trying to win the ball back. Pressure from behind. Keeney is able to hold on. Keeney over to Goldman. Goldman over to Rogers. Rogers chip through. Finds Keeney. Keeney going outside. Keeney still has it. Pressured and Keeney can't hold on. Throw in taken. Not much time left in the first half. Raymond fighting for the ball. Finds Goldman. Goldman passes over to Keeney. Raymond trying to win the ball back. Give the Big Blue one chance as it's a hard foul. That's going to be a free kick for the Big Blue as Greta Sifkin steps up to take it. Sifkin already scored one from deep. Can she do it again? Sifkin. Over the keeper and in. Greta Sifkin once again. That's a brace for her in the first half. That was around a 30-yard free kick. Had the curve off the ground and in. As that'll give the Big Blue even more momentum, up 2-0, just entering halftime. Whistle can't be that far from showing up. Attack built up. He finds Mahan. Mahan kicks it out. Trying to chase the ball down is Tripp. Tripp able to keep it in. Maybe give the Big Blue another attack, but Tripp is stopped right in her tracks. Foul is called. And whistle is blown. That'll be halftime for both sides. 2-0 is your score thanks to two deep goals by Greta Sifkin. As we'll catch you right back for the second half.
very like family games. Yeah, exactly. And some people want to do that, but like Matt never did, so we haven't done any of that stuff either.
Right. Like I can see if like we would bring in like younger siblings.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
she wants to go there, so I'm like, why don't you should come, and then
Oh,
she
she's
really
leaning
wants
more
to
and more towards that, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she doesn't even want to look at it. Like,
Yeah.
she liked it. She still hasn't written her essay.
She's sort of. She needs some wins.
Oh, have you seen it? Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. She has a. And then I told her what to do, but I haven't gotten any back.
Which I love.
I mean, it's really good. Like, she is, like, her opening example is awesome. She just needs to do it. But I sent them an email today to get on him a little bit, so she'll probably.
Did you meet with them again today or
Are
something?
you gonna do this going forward? Just wondering. Asking for a friend. We would. Yeah, they do it anymore. I told them I would
Whenever they need.
if they wanted to talk about
Number one fundraiser.
so with the essays, I'm just getting back to every single one of them and like doing it over email. But Jeanette's trying to set up a really on Thursday, and then I'll just do applications like through the Common App. Talk to them about supplemental. I should probably advise supplementals. And you bet supplementals aren't bad. They're fine. But there's like 3 of them.
Okay. Did she decide to tell you she decided to apply to the business school? Yeah, it's a business school.
You know what? I was confident in that because a lot of times with the in-state
But you can put down more than one choice.
yeah, but you do have to apply directly.
Yeah.
So it's a separate.
Yeah, you apply to a college with one of their colleges within the school.
Sometimes just strategically, it's better just to apply.
Yeah.
But next week I'll do it.
Yeah.
I told them like come with a bunch of questions, ask your questions, like things that you want answered.
Because I kind of ignore it.
Mike's got like pretty much the only thing we're waiting on is the essay. He's got like everything in there.
Yeah.
We just found out today she was up 5% of the class. Yeah.
Yeah, and she will have to do those supplementals. But I gave them all guides for how to do them. Guides what they want. I'll just keep it. She's got a free essay.
As we're back with some second half action, 2-0 is your score, thanks to a brace by Greta Sifkin on 2 deep shots. The defense has also done a great job, and on the defense is number 11, Cecilia Tripp, whose birthday is today. So we at Swampscott Big Blue Athletics wish you a happy birthday, and hopefully the Big Blue can hold on for a victory birthday for Cecilia Tripp. As we see the Witches walk back onto the field. The Big Blue started with the ball in the first half, so the Witches will have it in the second.
Go, Salem!
Aitro will be taking the kickoff for the Witches.
Oh my God, he's still not doing it. He really doesn't want to go.
Whistle blown, we are back underway. Big Blue already running out, putting pressure. One back by the Witches. Pass is a little too aggressive. One back by Keeney. Cleared out by Tripp. Off the head of Eichel and held on. Ball goes over to Sifkin. Sifkin kicks it out. Trying to find Kaiser, but the Witches will get the ball back. Eichel passes it out to Cornell. The Big Blue win the ball back. Raymond kicks it out to Goldman. Goldman fighting, kicked out by Raymond, trying to find Rogers, but the kick is just too far right. Scooped up by the keeper for the Witches. Punted away at around the 40, and then cleared away by the Witches. Ball will go out of bounds off of Tripp. It'll go back to the Witches on the throw-in. Over to Leonard. Raymond gets it back. The Witches starting to build an attack. Pressured from Tripp. Keeney. Pass it over to Kaiser. But the Witches win it back. Passes over to Telemaka. Actually, that's Reed. Excuse me. Leonard. Tripp kick is blocked, and it's cleared away by Sifkin instead. Kick is up, looking for a cross, but it'll be scooped up by Eve Byrne. Eve Byrne taking her time. Kick is up right to Kaiser. Through pass over to Keeney. Keeney trying to keep up with the ball. Will be taken away by the Witches. Fritsch trying to keep it in. But it'll go back to the Big Blue. It looks like Tripp will take the throw-in. Cecilia Tripp. Throw in. Trying to catch up with it. It will go out of bounds instead. Keeney couldn't get there. Kaiser wins it back. Gauthier. Sifkin. Kicked out of bounds by Leonard. It'll go back to the big blue. Tripp running to take the throw in inside the 20.
Here we go, Salem!
Tripp off the head of Gauthier and go out of bounds. Corner kick for the big blue. Greta Sifkin with a brace. 2 goals as we see Tripp running. It looks like Tripp will take it instead for the big blue. Cecilia Tripp on the corner. Kick is out. Bouncing. Kicked out. Goldman's in the area trying to catch up. Goldman will win a throw in for the big blue. Over to Rogers. Stand tackle completed by Navins. Which is trying to keep it. Raymond putting pressure. Kicked out by Sifkin. Benigor can't hold on. Raymond pressure. Pressured from 2 defenders. Looks like it was Rogers and Keeney. Ward. Over to Rogers. Whistle blown. Looks like it's going to be a free kick for the Witches. Pass finds Navins. Navins passes over to Eichel. Passes out Sifkin trying to keep up, and we'll kick it at around the 50. Running up for an attack for the Witches. Through pass inside. Shot off target. It's an easy save for Byrne. Eichel couldn't make something of the play for the Witches, and Byrne will hold it.
Good job, girls. Come on, Salem.
Eve Byrne. Raymond.
All right, Julia.
Sanchez pressuring the Witches. Keeney. Passes over to Leonard. Leonard over to Navins. Navins inside. Reed. Might have had a run, but it was shut down by Goldman. Through pass over to Reed. Rogers. Kicks it out of bounds. It'll go back to the Witches. So the throw in is over to Navins. Rogers passes it right into Gillis. Gillis with a cross. Dangerous territory, and the ball rolls just left. Dangerous territory for the big blue, as it'll be a corner kick for the Witches, their first of the game. As we'll see Mackenzie Eichel taking the corner kick for the Witches. Corner taken. Bounce, and the kick is blocked, and Rogers will kick it right out of bounds. Pressured within the big blue territory. Goldman trying to keep up with the ball. Pass is cleared away from the big blue. Greta Sifkin. Kicked by Kaiser.
All right, Salem. You look good, girls.
Jenny Sanchez. Pressure from Tripp. Big Blue win it back. Sifkin kicks it out. Might have been able to find Rogers, but it'll go out of bounds. Kicked out by the Big Blue. Simple catch for the keeper. Kick is out and it goes right at the feet of Navins. Sifkin. Rogers trying to keep up, facing McCarthy. Kick over to Leonard. Ball rolling. Rogers able to keep it in. Pass will go out of bounds. It will set up a corner kick for the Big Blue as we see people walking back into the box. Looks like this time we'll see Greta Sifkin taking the corner once again. Sifkin. Off the head of Rogers and in! Corner kick by Greta Sifkin will go right over to Lila Rogers. So we take a look at the replay. So he went off the left shoulder of Lila Rogers right into the net. 3-0 is your score after 50. Big Blue have been in complete control of this game. Salem struggling offensively, but there's still half an hour left of this game. We have Greta Sifkin now, 2 goals, 1 assist, and Lila Rogers 1 goal for the Big Blue. Jenny Sanchez on the throw-in. So he went just too far and will be kicked out of bounds. Throw in by Tripp. Over the head, Rogers can't get there as the ball bounces right into the hands of the goalie for the Sachems. Off the chest of Sifkin, the Witches retain. Kicked out by Tripp. Kick is up. So he's trying to find Reed, but it'll go out of bounds. Goldman will take the throw in for the Big Blue. Park. Park and Rogers trying to team up and get the ball back. The ball will be forced inside. Frail. So actually it looks like it was Navins. Ball finds Raymond. Raymond with a great through pass inside to Rogers. Rogers with a chance shot. Just short as it was picked up by Edwards. Lila Rogers one-on-one. So close as Edwards was struggling to hold on to the ball. Instead it will stay right at 3-0. pressured by Keeney. Looks like that was Raymond. Raymond and Park able to team up, get the ball out of bounds. Throw in taken by Goldman. Off of Park, it'll be a throw in for the Witches. Ward kick, good attack chance. Touched just too far by Fritz as the ball is kicked. And it'll be a corner kick for the Witches. Witches had a good chance to build up an attack and maybe get a shot on target. Instead, it'll be a corner kick for the Witches. So it looks like we'll see Jacqueline Fritz on the corner kick for the Witches. Kick is low. Cross inside, just couldn't find Agno, a little too far. Pressured from a hand. Ball will go out of bounds, it'll stick with the Witches. Cleared out by Tripp. Looks like the ball will go out of bounds. Tripp will take the throw in. Tripp wasting no time. Deep throw in over to Rogers. We can see Park on the bottom of the screen trying to make a run, but it was too late. Rogers unable to hold on. The ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for the Witches. Great move by Agno. Agno threw pass inside.
Go, Ken! Go, Ken!
Samantha Agno passes it over to Navins. Pressure from Sifkin. Sifkin wins the ball. Through pass over to Rogers. Rogers has a chance. Keeper coming out. Rogers' kick is blocked. Empty net. Can Lila Rogers get it? No, she can't. It's kicked out of bounds. You have to like that through pass by Greta Sifkin, giving a good chance for Lila Rogers. Big Blue unable to hold on. Great pressure from Edwards, the keeper for the Witches. Tripp will take the throw in. Tripp off the head. And off the foot, if it looks like Goldman, it'll go out of bounds. Goal kick for the Witches. It looks like the call was changed. It'll be a corner kick for the Big Blue. Greta Sifkin once again. Almost had her second assist of the game. She'll try to get it here. Crosses in. Lots of fighting. Whistle blown. Looks like it'll be a foul against the Big Blue. Not something you want to see in the box of the Witches. 58 minutes in almost, as the score is 3-0 for Swampscott if you're just tuning in. Through pass, trying to find Reed, but Reed can't get there. So it looks like we're going to see a goalkeeper change for the Witches. That's what the slight pause was in play, as the throw-in will go off the foot of Lily Kimbrough, looks like. Kicked out by Sifkin. Lily Kimbrough trying to catch up to the play. Rogers putting pressure. Rogers winning the ball. Rogers, no one in front of her. Passes inside, tipped away by the defenders. Ward trying to catch up. Ball will go out of bounds. As we see another substitution made by the Witches. Passes over to Guthier. The ball will roll out of bounds back to Swampscott. Looks like Tripp will take it. Cecilia Tripp. Off the head, but Park can hold on. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw in. He goes right over to Eichel. Goal kick now for Salem. But it'll go right out of bounds. These simple mistakes have definitely been adding up for the Witches. So the Big Blue will get another look on offense to try and make it number 4 of the day. Tripp on the throw-in. Off the foot of Rogers, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for the Witches. Goal kick elected to go short to Guthier. Guthier passes over to Gillis. Gillis passes straight back to the Big Blue. Mahan. Cross goes off the head of Guthier and out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for the Big Blue. So we see Cecilia Tripp running to take the corner kick. Corner taken by Tripp is low. It'll set up a good shot for Kimbrough, but it was just too high. Goal kick for Salem. Off the foot of Kimbrough and out of bounds. The Witches will get the ball back. Raymond. Goldman finds Raymond. Raymond trying to get a chip through over to, it looks like that was Sanchez. So it'll be a throw in for Swampscott. Throw in. Ball rolls out of bounds. This looks like it's to be a throw in for the Witches. Leonard. Trying to float it, but it'll go off the head of Raymond. Out of bounds, the second throw in. Throw in went straight out of bounds. Witches tried to redo it, but instead it'll go back to Swampscott. Jane Raymond going outside. Trying to find a through pass to Rogers, but no one's home. Goldman. Trying to find Rogers. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll go back to the Witches. Rogers cross. Bounces and it almost finds Ward. The shot off the field goal and on the top of the net. Close shot for the Big Blue as they've been knocking on the door since scoring their third goal of the game thanks to Lila Rogers. Will be a kick taken by Guthier. Off the chest of Mahan. Kick is out and it finds Eichel. Eichel trying to find Gillis. Gillis will find Agno. Agno trying to find Leonard, goes just too far. Kimbrough building up an attack. Kimbrough trying to catch up to the ball. Lila Rogers trying to help out, but the ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Salem. Throw in will go over to Diaz. Pass looking for Bedard. Pass by Ward over to Raymond. Raymond looking in front of her. Trying to find Rogers. Goes through the legs. Pass by Muser to Rogers. And it'll go out of bounds. It'll stay with Swampscott. Throw it taken by Goldman. Finds Rogers. Rogers cross inside. Trying to find Mahan. Sanchez. Trying to go around, but the ball will go out of bounds and it'll go back to the Witches. Kick is out by Sifkin, setting up an attack. Muser can't keep it in though, unfortunately, for the Big Blue. Kick taken by Gauthier. And it'll go out of bounds. There'll be a throw in. Looks like Cecilia Tripp will take it once more. Lyle Rogers can't keep it as the ball goes straight to Tripp. Tripp stepping up now. He's going to go back to Raymond. Raymond getting pressured. Tripp trying to find an option and will kick it out of bounds. Reset the play with a little over 11 minutes left of the game. Ward kicks it out to Raymond. Raymond trying to find Muser. Tripp loses it. The Witch is starting to build up an attack here with Navins. Instead, it'll get shut down by the Big Blue. Through pass is over to Bedard. And it's just too far. Bedard can't keep it in. Oh, set up a goal kick for the Big Blue. Cecilia Tripp looks to take it for the Big Blue. Trips passes up over to Raymond. Raymond pass. Rogers. Slide tackle, no call. Third one is going to be elected to be taken by Goldman. Goldman. Pass goes off the foot of Gillis. It'll set up another throw in for the Big Blue. Goldman. Out of bounds once more. Goldman. Over to Kimbrough. Sifkin lets it go out of bounds. Kick is out over to Raymond. Raymond tumbling a little bit, but is able to hold on to the ball as it goes out of bounds. Big Blue will get another throw in. Out of bounds again. The Big Blue just trying to let the clock run down a little bit. You see Hayes trying to keep it in. Passes out. Hayes stepping inside. Ward. One back by Sanchez. Mahan's kick is kept in bounds thanks to Agno. Tripp kick is out. Ball will go back to the Big Blue. Tripp. Trying to find Hayes, but it'll go out of bounds. So you have a little over 7 minutes left and stoppage time. Gauthier. Hayes. Raymond. Raymond loses it. It's one back by Navins. Navins through pass is blocked by Goldman. Ward passes it out. Sifkin. Kimbrough trying to stop the Witch's attack. Sanchez. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll go back to Salem. Taking it is Samantha Agno. Passes out to Tripp. Raymond. Through pass, looking for Kimbrough. It has enough. Kimbrough will get there. Kimbrough passes it out. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Swampscott. Goldman on the throw-in. Goldman passes it off the hands of the keeper for the Witches. That'll be a corner kick for the Big Blue. Another simple mistake for the Witches. Can't catch a break even at the end of the game, down 3-0. Greta Sifkin again on the corner. Greta Sifkin crosses up and it's caught. Greta Sifkin's corner is shut down. Under 5 minutes left of the game. Goldman. Kimbrough trying to pass. It gets intercepted by Navins. Greta Sifkin looking for a through pass. Doesn't have enough. It actually has too much. The Big Blue just passing it around now. Hayes. Ball goes out of bounds. Looks like it'll be a goal kick for the Witches. Kick is taken out. Finds Raymond. Raymond loses it. Sifkin kicks it out. Ball is rolling. It'll go out of bounds. Back to the Witches. Navins passes up. Just trying to find Hepner, but it'll go out of bounds. Goal kick for the Big Blue. Cecilia Tripp will take it. Couple minutes left in the game. Ball goes out of bounds back to the Witches. Throw in finds Sifkin. Hayes trying to make a run, but she can't as it goes out of bounds. Cecilia Tripp will take the throw in for the Big Blue. So it looks like it went off the foot of Eichel. Should be a corner kick for the Big Blue, and looks like it will be. Big Blue with one last chance to make it 4 for the day. Greta Sifkin will take it for the Big Blue. Sifkin crosses up. Off the hands of the keeper, and it's kicked out. Goldman cross. Sets up a shot, and it's just left of the net. It would have been a goal for Benegor on a senior night for her as well. Instead, the score will stay right at 3-0. Kicked out by Raymond. We're going to see a throw in by Fritz. Ball goes over to Ward. Ward up to Sifkin. Sifkin trying to get it inside to Hayes. Slight error, but it won't cost the Witches this time. Through pass inside. Ball goes out of bounds. So we are in stoppage time now. Past the 80th minute. Throw in taken. Go out of bounds. Back to the Witches. Throw in taken. Goes right back out of bounds. The Big Blue trying to get one more attack. Passes to Hayes. And final whistle is blown. A senior night to remember for the Big Blue as they take the win. 3-0 is your final score. Thanks to 2 goals by Greta Sifkin and 1 by Lila Rogers. So there's also a clean sheet thanks to the Big Blue defense and goalie Eve Byrne. It's a great senior night for the Big Blue, and as they'll look forward later into the month as they try to make a potential playoff push. But for now, that'll do it tonight. As to make sure you should subscribe and like the video and turn on notifications so you never miss another game. As that'll do it for me, Paul Varvunas, as we wish you a good night.